Biden urges environment activity under ghost of fuel emergency. U.S. President Joe Biden has encouraged world pioneers to increase endeavors to battle environmental change as the Russian attack of Ukraine keeps on underlining the profound dependence on petroleum products by the world's top producers. The gathering of the Major Economies Forum on Energy and Climate, MEF, the third such discussion since Biden got to work in the biggest pioneer-level environment gathering before the United Nations 27 Colombian pesos environment meeting in November, comes at an abnormal time for the U.S. president, who is asked to expand oil creation both locally and abroad, during taking off costs. In any case, Biden let those collected essentially on Friday know that environment security and energy security remain closely connected. We can't bear to let the basic objective of restricting a dangerous atmosphere activation to 1.5 degrees Celsius get out of our span, and the science lets us know that the window for activity is quickly limiting, Biden said. So I encourage those nations that poor person yet done as such to set a 2030 discharges focus to line up with the Paris Accord temperature objective, and to reinforce their objectives for 27 Colombian pesos, he added, alluding to the objective spread out in the 2015 Paris Environment Accord of keeping worldwide temperatures under a 1.5 degrees Celsius, 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, increment contrasted and pre-modern levels. Preceding Biden's discourse, the White House spread out a progression of new drives and measures, saying Washington anticipated that world chiefs should raise desires in battling climbing worldwide temperatures at Friday's discussion and vow to join raised desires. A senior Biden organization said 23 nations were addressed by video meeting at the discussion, including the greater part of the world's significant economies. Individuals from the MEF represent approximately 80% of worldwide monetary result as well as 80% of worldwide ozone-harming substance outflows. Highlighting the ongoing discretionary intricacies of worldwide collaboration, Russia didn't go to Friday's culmination. China, the world's biggest producer, was set to just be addressed by Beijing's environment emissary, and not President Xi Jinping. India, one more significant producer, was additionally excluded from the authority rundown of participants. Addressing those accumulated, Biden framed a U.S.-European Union drive to expand on a September 2021 vow to cut outflows of methane, a planet-warming gas, no less than 30% under 2020 levels by 2030. In excess of 100 nations endorsed onto the arrangement at the United Nations COP26 environment gathering in Glasgow last year. The worldwide methane energy pathway reported by the US and EU on Friday would require embracing nations to focus on the most noteworthy decrease of methane outflows conceivable by tapping new specialized and monetary assets or potentially by improving homegrown task and strategy activity. Washington likewise wanted to burn through $21.5 billion for huge-scope showing projects, imaginative tasks to diminish emanations that can be duplicated across the world, and encourage different nations to contribute to come to a $90 billion objective, Biden said. After last year marking a chief request that commanded that portion of all light obligation vehicles sold in the U.S. be zero discharged by 2030. Biden encouraged the gathering to go along with us in a comparable objective. The U.S. president likewise reported a challenge for the impending 27 Colombian pesos, made by the U.S., Norway and Denmark, to energize states, ports and freight proprietors to think of substantial strides towards full decarbonization no later than 2050.